day. From Orchard Park, New York, this is the NFL on EA Sports. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills taking on Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Bills Stadium just south of downtown Buffalo, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. And we are underway in Buffalo. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
On the return.
For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
Well, what do we ask about players in this league? We ask them to improve from year to year, and Josh Allen did exactly that from his rookie year to year number 2. Doubled his touchdown passes from 10 to 20. One of the better running quarterbacks in the league, had 9 touchdown runs. That gives him 17 in his first 2 seasons. This guy gets better and better and absolutely loves the game of football.
Allen now on first down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there right off the bat. 71 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They need about the length of the football here on first and goal. Here's Allen. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox there to make the grab. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
No problem there on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return.
Now comes Russell Wilson in season number 9, six-time Pro Bowler, as he gets set to lead this Seahawks offense.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And Philip Dorsett hauls it in. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Chris Carson has proven to be a workhorse for the Seattle Seahawks, and they continue to expand his game. We know that he can run inside and be a bruising type of a player, but he has surprising speed to the perimeter, and they've expanded his game now by throwing it to him out of the backfield. In 2019, in the top 10 in the league in touches and yards from scrimmage.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Wilson's pass.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Andre Roberts is deep for Buffalo. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
At their own.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Man, that ain't make no sense.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He'll try and run it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He can run for it, and he will. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it and give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
What I enjoyed most about watching Devin Singletary as a rookie, and he had a nice campaign, 775 yards on the ground and a rushing average in the top 5 in the league last year, is that what I saw in college transferred to the NFL. Continued to make the first tackler miss, whether he's in the hole or on the perimeter. I expect him to get to 1,000 yards rushing this season.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 33 and a first.
That looked like a two-deep coverage, which we call cover two. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And now they'll throw with Allen. The left side caught by Diggs. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Singletary. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Allen. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They'll look to run with Singletary. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. From the gun, Allen. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Here's Allen to throw it. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Tyler Kroft there to make the grab. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23.
Back out come the Seahawks, who are on top of the NFC West at 6-1. They bounce back from an overtime loss to Arizona in Week 7. Great response, 37-27 victory over their rivals, the 49ers, in Week 8. And it's an election season, obviously, and Russell Wilson continues to rally MVP voters. He had 4 more touchdown passes against the Niners. That's now 26 on the season, one off Tom Brady's all-time record pace of 27 through 7 games. And he continues to be on pace to throw 50 touchdown passes, does Russell Wilson. And the other 3 guys to do that all time took home the MVP hardware, so keep that in mind. Now for the Seahawks coming up, 2 tough road games. They go to Buffalo, who's 6-2, and then at the Los Angeles Rams. Will Dissly, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Well, CD, we are through 8 weeks of the 2020 NFL schedule. Now, 12 teams have played exactly 8 games. The other 20, because of open weeks, will reach that number next week, Week 9. But I want to go through a few of the teams with 8 games, and you tell me where you think that they're going to finish up. Let's start with the Browns at 5-3.
And I thought that they'd be 6-2. I thought they beat Las Vegas last week, so due to inconsistency, I'm going to give them 9-7.
All right, same record right now, other conference. How about the Bears at 5-3?
The exact same thing, but only because of their offense. Again, 9-7.
All right, one more. 49ers, who sit at 4-4 right now.
I think they've overachieved in a lot of ways based on all the injuries they've had, and they'll continue to battle and scrap. How about 8-8 for them for the season?
And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39.
39-yard line.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 45-yard line. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
First down, Seahawks.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Bills' 36-yard line.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 26. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Wilson will throw again. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Second down and 3, ball on the 7. Throwing again here, Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
To DK Metcalf.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
Jason Myers.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Andre Roberts now to return it. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Roberts on the return. The Bills take over.
Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. And he's been fun to watch run the football. We know he can pass, but using his legs effectively here in this one.
No doubt about it. Watch him maneuver in the pocket, out of the pocket, making the plays that he's making, which are breaking down the defense. I thought back to when we had our morning jog before the game, and I couldn't keep up with you. Those legs, they're valuable for his team.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a terrific first half from the mobile big man quarterback, Josh Allen. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down. Well, as mentioned earlier, we're at or around the midway point of the season right now, and I want to go through a few AFC races and hear your thoughts on who's going to win. Let's start in the South. The Titans and the Colts 5-2, and the other team's only one victory. Who do you think wins this?
Boy, that's going to be a really tough one because of their style of play, but I will lean towards the Colts for two reasons. Defense and a reliable kicker.
Well, let's go to the North then. Steelers 7-0, Ravens 5-2, Browns 5-3. Is this the Steelers division?
I think it is with the way that they've started. Remember, they beat the Ravens on the road in their first matchup, and they beat the Browns at home. Got to like how the Steelers are playing so far.
And then the changing guard in the East, Buffalo on top at 6-2. Is this all about the Bills, CD?
It should be all about the Bills, but how about those Dolphins? Now 4-3, Tua in charge at quarterback. They meet in the last regular season game of the year. I do think the Bills win the division, though.
Two veterans there, Wilson to Olsen for a Seattle first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw again is Wilson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. A more big-picture discussion. We talked about the races in the AFC, but how about the NFC? Let's start out west. You got 4 teams out there at 500 or better. Seattle 6-1, Arizona 5-2. What do you think about the West, CD?
I do like Seattle, despite the fact that they lost at Arizona recently in overtime. They've got Russell Wilson. They win the division.
Yeah, it's probably looking like the Bucks and Saints in the South. They meet in Week 9. You have a preference there?
I do think that Tampa Bay's defense makes the difference in this one, despite the fact that New Orleans has won this division the last 3 years.
All right, we saved the best for last. You knew we had to go to it. What do you think's going to go on in the disaster that is the NFC East?
Believe it or not, Philadelphia's getting healthier and getting some of their key players back. I think it's Philly's division to lose. When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
He may try and run for this. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Singletary to get the drive started. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Throwing on first down is Allen. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Allen going to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Singletary, the ball.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Allen into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. After the interception, here's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Kevin Singletary.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 31, Allen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll run on 1st down. Singletary. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Allen's throw is complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen rolling to his right. He'll run it. Allen, nifty footwork. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run here with Singletary. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Second and 2, 1st down marker at the 5-yard line. Singletary again. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Singletary.
Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations than 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, Allen. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bills have taken the lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own.
The Seahawks take back over. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their own 23. And he'll drop here to throw. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Throwing again, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. This is Carson. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, 50 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run.
Jason Myers.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Here's the All-Pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts.
Andre Roberts.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They go right back to Singletary. Singletary loses it, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. The fumble recovery certainly has put them in the driver's seat. 1st and 10, all tied here in the 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Carson, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver, but he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front, so if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him, picks up 3 on that carry.
They run again with Carson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down.
He's brought down by Mike.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Wilson firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Wilson.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 10-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. He can run for it, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Roberts on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now. Down 28-21, less than 90 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. Back to throw, Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Now the Bills will hustle to the line. On play action, Allen. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He's back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. To throw is Allen. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Allen to throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll look to throw. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now Allen. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
What's the deal, y'all?
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Quinton Dunbar with a pick.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. So the victory here for Seattle. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.